Rec League Podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, and tell your haters. Available on Podbean, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, Good Pods, Pocket Cast, Breaker, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 140. Available now. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram, or YouTube itself. What up, world? So, I just watched Deadpool and Wolverine. The third movie overall in the Deadpool franchise. The 14th overall mutant-related movie, comic book movie, X-Men related movie. I don't know the firm number, 34th overall movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It stars Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Emma Corrin, Matthew McFadden, I don't think I'm pronouncing that right, Leslie Uggams, Karen Sony, Moreno Baccaran, Brianna Hildebrand, Rob Delaney, Stefan Kopacic, Louis Tan, Shiloh Kutsana. I should look up enunciations before I hit record, but I didn't, and that's my bad. It's directed by Sean Levy, who over the past 20-ish years has directed Big Fat Liar, The Pink Panther, Just Married, The Night at the Museum trilogy, Real Steel, Date Night, most recently with Ryan Reynolds, Free Guy, and The Adam Project, probably other stuff I'm forgetting. This movie is a complicated one to explain without spoiling. Wade fucking Wilson, is under the impression that he's going to lose his whole world, which is the supporting cast from the first two movies, without the help of the Wolverine. If you haven't seen a trailer, that's all I can really say. Sean, Ryan, Hugh, I have no notes. Dope as fuck. I mean, obviously, this was my most anticipated movie of the year. You see the one in the bottom corner. For a multitude of reasons. After 6 years, we finally get a third Deadpool movie. After forever. Because, I mean, this train wreck. We've never had Deadpool and Wolverine properly in a movie together. Deadpool in the MCU. Wolverine in the MCU. There's so many reasons to be excited, and I was pleased tenfold. Like 10 years to the summer, 10 summers removed from X-Men Days of Future Past being my most anticipated movie of the year and completely sticking the landing. Deadpool and Wolverine did the same thing. Where do I begin? Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman's chemistry, money. References, money. Action, the fight choreography and the editing itself was impressive. It's like, I don't know, it's just like Sean Levy was just a name. Like, I don't want to bag on Sean Levy. He's made some entertaining stuff. But, like, as far as direction, I feel like Ryan Reynolds may have directed himself a lot of this movie. I was just in awe. I was laughing my ass off. I was, like, jaw dropped at some of the stuff I saw on screen. Cassandra Nova, Emma Corrin, very effective, memorable antagonist. dialogue, the quips and the dialogue and the bickering back and forth. This could possibly be considered the Marvel Cinematic Universe's first buddy cop movie. Buddy cop vibes, like not literal cops. Just the vibes of two partners bickering back and forth. It gives Lethal Weapon. Cause it's like, obviously Deadpool is the shit stick comic relief. Wolverine is the straight guy, the serious character. And the chemistry works. It all works. Everything in this movie works. It's like, my problems with this movie are nitpicks. They're just nitpicks. Like, some stuff gets retconned. The trailers show stuff that got in my head, and then they did something different, and it worked. I was like not let down that my expectations didn't hit. Everything, like, just for the opening credits, if you will, go see this movie. But then the opening is so good that you're gonna want to stay and see the rest, and it just works all the way through to the post-credit scene. There's not a mid-credit scene, but the mid-credits are great. And then the post-credit scene is funny. It doesn't lay any groundwork for anything in the future, like Brave New World, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, whatever. But it still works. I was surprised. Like, stuff happened that I didn't expect. Like, it's just like, the dialogue is funny, the action is entertaining. I was excited. This movie just did things that I hoped but didn't think were possible, and then stuff I didn't expect and also didn't think was possible came to pass. I just couldn't be more happy with the final product of what I didn't completely know how I was going to feel when it was over. And it's like, there are loopholes to this. I don't want to get into any spoiler-ish anything. The next episode of the Rec League podcast will be a full spoiler discussion of Deadpool and Wolverine. For the MCU to finally, after 16 years, give us an R-rated movie, it's like Kevin Feige gave Ryan Reynolds and the whole creative team behind this movie carte blanche to just improv, say whatever came to mind, and do and play with the most effective joke. And it worked, and it didn't take away from the plot. And there is some emotion to the plot. Like, I've seen some fan reviews, like, oh, it's blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, like, just say you're a film snob and move on. Just say you're a film snob and move on. There is some emotion to this. Hugh Jackman gives over 24 years I'm not going to say his best, because he wasn't better than he was in Logan, but one of his best portrayals of Wolverine. Hands down. Maybe, in my opinion, his second best. But again, like, Days of Future Past was really good. He's really good in the Wolverine X2. And, like, there are questions asked in the movie, but they play like trigger words for his character. But then when we finally get it, we get it. I got it. Yeah. If you're interested in the least, go watch this movie. Make up your own mind, form your own opinion. But I was impressed, relieved, excited, satisfied, and then some. So with all that being said, in my opinion, Deadpool and Wolverine is dope as fuck. My favorite movie of the year. So far. Like, we still have August through December, and there are some bangers on the way, but for now, this is my favorite movie all year. So if you've seen Deadpool and Wolverine, man, what you think? Positive, negative, somewhere in between, let me know. I recently put up a review for Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3. I put up a review for Twisters and a review for Fly Me to the Moon 2 weeks ago. Next weekend, I hope to watch and review Trap. And then the week after that, I'll be on location, but I'm going to still try to kick y'all a Borderlands review. So be on the lookout for all of that, man. I already gave y'all the heads up on the next episode of Rec Week Podcast. The last episode, me and E-Sig talked Amblin Entertainment, Twisters, Amblin. Like, you really got to be a cinephile movie geek to get the nuance. You feel me? Like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me? Watch these credits. Peace.